More details have emerged of the neo-Nazi killer who targeted black shoppers in a rampage in Florida. The 21-year-old lived with his parents and had previously been committed against his will to a mental institution.
He shot a 52-year-old woman as she sat in her car, then a teenage store worker, before another man, a dad, walked in and was also killed.
He was a loving guy. He was a devoted father. He'd do anything for his daughter.
And it hurts because I'm her grandmother, and I don't know how to tell her that her daddy's not coming back.
60 years, almost to the day, since Martin Luther King made this speech.
I have a dream today.
America is asking what has really changed.
We're appearing to witness a rise in racial hatred, in white supremacy across the country.
Our prayers are with the families who lost loved ones and those that are injured. Karen and I prayed this morning for them.
Another Republican presidential candidate is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, but he was booed at a public vigil.
Well, thank you for doing this.
Even blamed for the violence. Ryan Palmiter left a manifesto packed with racist rants. His gun, legally bought despite his psychiatric issues, was marked with a swastika.
It ain't no black-on-black crime. It's a hate crime.
The shooter's first intended target may have been this black college, but a security guard there might have put him off. Once he began shooting, he let white people escape. Before trapped by police, he took his own life.
Hate jumped back up again to remind us that we're not there yet.
More flowers, more prayers. Hugh Remington for 10 News First.
The Kremlin claims it has now officially confirmed the death of warlord Yevgeny Prigozhin after conducting genetic testing on bodies recovered from the wreckage of the plane which crashed last week. US officials maintain an explosive was on board the aircraft, experts believing it was payback for shooting down Russian planes during his short-lived mutiny against Vladimir Putin.
This is also part of that idea of he who lives by the sword dies by the sword, an eye for an eye, the vengeance factor. It's baked into the system. There was a lot of clamour from the uniformed military and especially the Air Force for some kind of retribution for this.
All 10 people on board the plane perished when it came down, including some of Prigozhin's top lieutenants. It appears alleged crimes do pay if you are the former US president. Since Friday, when Donald Trump was booked at Fulton County Jail in Georgia, his mugshot has helped raise more than $11 million to fund his legal defence.
Donald Trump maybe should sell one of his golf courses or maybe sell his apartment at Trump Tower to fund it, but instead he's taking people who donate an average of $100 to him to try to get him to become president of the United States again, and he's using that money to pay his legal fees.
He's facing 13 charges on trying to overturn the 2020 presidential vote in the state, one of 4 indictments he is currently fighting. There has been a massive explosion in the US state of Iowa, but this one was all being well handled by authorities. The blast brought down the old 174 bridge, which connects the state of Illinois across the Mississippi River. It had been standing since 1935, but due to increased traffic, a new one costing more than $1.5 billion was built in its place. Hundreds of cyclists have felt the fresh breeze on their skin in Philadelphia. They stripped down and then saddled up for the annual 14th Philly Naked Bike Ride, tackling body positivity in a 21-kilometre journey around the city. And there were plenty of onlookers enjoying the show as the bikers in the buff went by. Usually held in September, apparently that fresh breeze was a little too fresh, so it was brought forward this year.